Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to start the furnace install. Okay, I should have everything I need right here, but I'm going to have to find that out. I'm going to be gone for the next 3 days. And while I'm gone, if I need anything else for this, I really need to pick it up because we're having some really nasty weather. Today, we're supposed to get, 1.7 something inches of rain. Then it's going to freeze overnight and turn to snow. So we're going to have ice on the ground with snow above that. Really dangerous stuff. So I really don't want to be going out any more than I need to. All right, so I have all of this stuff, which is from when I made the hole through the wall to put the thimble in there. And I have some markings on that bracket right there, or that mount, that show how far in the furnace is going to be. So I can use that to figure out the length of my brackets. What I did, I have a line right here. I just measured all the way over to this joist and then added that dimension. I think it's 4.5 inches. Added that to the back, and that's how big my bracket's going to be. And I'm guessing I should probably put like 5 screws in there, 5 lag screws. I don't know. These are probably long enough, especially with 5 of them in there. But I think when I'm out, I'll pick up some longer ones and replace a few of them. I don't need to replace all of them. That should be plenty to hold this up. So what I got to do is get that dimension again. I forgot, I think it was 27 inches, but I'll make sure. And then I'll get this cut. I have another dimension here somewhere. I think it's on a little sheet of paper, but I remember it. If I hook my tape measure on this side of that truss right there, it's 7 inches to the center of the other mount here under the tin. I can actually measure it from up above as well. You could still see it from up there, but I'm pretty sure that's 7 inches. So I can get the exact location of this bracket, and I could actually install that today if I want to, but we'll see on that. What I really need to do is get everything figured out for the drop brackets. These are the drop brackets right here, and figure out the electrical stuff, because I need to put, where is that? This electric box is going to go on the metal. What I got to do is drill a hole. Here it is. This will drill a hole in the tin, the same size as one of these knockouts. So I got to get that hole in the exact right position up on the ceiling. So I'm going to have to pull a panel off, get that hole drilled. And then I also have to drill a hole, a 3/8 inch hole, for one of these rubber grommets. And that's for the thermostat wire. We have some 5-wire thermostat wire here, and you don't want to run that in the same box as the higher voltage stuff. You don't run them in the same box. So this will be on the ceiling upside down, kind of like that. And then I got to figure out where to put the grommet for the thermostat wire. And that's all dependent on this stuff right here. So if my electric box is right here, I can have this BX come out of that, loop down, and go to right here. And then the thermostat is right below it, the thermostat wiring. So anywhere right near this, I can put the grommets. So what I got to do first is go up there and figure out where this bracket's going to go, get this cut into the 2 pieces, install the one that goes on that side, and then we'll get all that stuff figured out for the electrical stuff. Okay, that dimension is 27 inches, and I should note that this stuff it's got a partial hole here, and it's pretty similar on the other end. What I want to do is make both of the pieces pretty much exactly the same. Otherwise, my drop legs are not going to match up. So it looks like I have to grind off a little bit of this and then measure 27 out. And we'll just measure the 27 out from this side and make my cuts, and we should be good. All right, with these cut, these are going to go on the ceiling on either end like that. They'll be actually about that much higher. And then because these are kind of turned at the wrong angle, I'll be cutting a piece of this for each side, which will go like this. It'll be the same width as the furnace itself. And then we'll have, where is it? Here it is. This will go up and down. This will go between that upper bracket and this bracket, like that. It'll have to have the holes line up. And then there'll be angle pieces going between that upright and somewhere towards the center. There'll be 4 of those, kind of like those mounts right there. So I got this marked. I'm going to go cut these 2 pieces. I think I may need some shorter bolts. I think I should probably go with 3/4 or 1/2 inch, and these are 5/16. So that's another thing to pick up while I'm in town, but I can get some of this stuff cut right away. And I believe I can just go with my dimensions on here. Where is that? These are the brackets that go up on the tin there, the bigger brackets. And then, yeah, I have 15 inches, and I believe that's correct. Yeah, I don't know if I allowed for the bracket or not. I don't think so. It should just be 15 inches. If it's wrong, I can just get a couple more of these. These were real cheap, but I do believe the 15 inches is going to be right. It's not really going to be adjustable. Between this and this, that's going to have to be a solid dimension. So if it's wrong, I'll replace it. All right, I have my 2 lines marked here. I'm going to go get that cut, and I think I'll loosely bolt that in place. I can get one of these put in today, and like I said, figure out where the holes need to go on the panel, and hopefully get those drilled in there. This is going to be a very short day, and like I said, I'm not going to be back for 3 more days. So this project is going to lag a little bit for a while, but after that, we should be able to blast through this and get this darn ceiling in. So I got some heat in here. All right, let me get this cut, and I'll be right back. Okay, there was a big interruption, and it's 6 days later. Hopefully this heater isn't going to mess up the audio too much, but I have to have it on. We're right in the middle of a Siberian Express, and the temperatures overnight are like -8, -10. So it's really, really cold out here. I got some shorter bolts. These are 1/2 inch, 5/16 by 1/2 inch. These are going to work a lot better for this because we have such thin metal. Oh, I believe I was going to go cut these when I left off. I got them cut and then we got interrupted here, but now we're back. But like I said, we're right in the middle of a Siberian Express. That's a weather pattern we get. It's a polar vortex, but I guess the air comes out of Siberia. I also got these right here, 3-inch power legs. Those will replace these things. These are only, I believe they're 1.5 inches. They're just nowhere near what I want up there to hold the brackets up. So what I'm gonna do is go up there and drill for the hole on this end and put one of these in. Well, actually I'll do all of them except that last one, and then remove that one and put one in there. I'm gonna have to put some shims in there as well because that bracket is on that little tab right there, so I don't want it twisting in that way. Okay, I had to pull the camera out of my coat because it's so cold out here. If I don't keep the camera warm, it'll keep shutting off. Show you my breath here. Very, very cold. It's about 11 degrees in here right now. All right, I got this thing spaxed into place, and you could see that it kind of bridges off of one of these ridges here. So I put washers behind it to make up the difference, but that's kind of kinking it. I think I'm gonna have to replace those washers with something a bit thinner, but I don't need to do that right now. This is going to be really sturdy, and that's all I really need. But I will replace those washers. I'll probably cut a little bit of these brackets and put that behind there. All right, now the next panel, I have all the dimensions I need right here for the next bracket. The next bracket goes on the next panel. So what I got to do is get my dimensions to the propane line and then figure out where I want my electrical to come in. And I have the thermostat wire as well, and that can't go in with and that can't be included with the high voltage, so I got to put a grommet. So I got to put a grommet through there for that. So I have 3 holes in it. Oh no, I almost forgot. I have all of these to put in as well. I forgot them on this bay here, so I have to lean over the top and staple these in there as far in as I can go, and then I'll put them on these as I go, but I got to get these in there as well. So I'll have to do this first, then do the panel, but I think I'm going to mark the panel right away and then pop these in. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get some dimensions and mark the panel, maybe even cut that, and maybe we can do this tomorrow as well. All right, I'm gonna have to warm up the camera real soon. Let me get some dimensions on this stuff and we'll write them down, and I'll get back to you when I do that. All right, I got a panel on the floor here, and this is my propane line here. That has to go exactly where the propane line is, but on this electrical box here, I had it at 14 inches from the rib over there, and that came to right here somewhere. So all I did was just move it over until it's centered on this valley right here, and then I had a 3/8 inch hole right here somewhere for the grommet, which came close to the edge here. That can go anywhere. That's the thermostat, so I just moved that to right here. That's just going to get a rubber grommet, and then once the thermostat wire comes through the tin here, it's going to be strapped to the electrical wire, with some zip ties. Alright, now I got to get something underneath this and punch a hole to start it. And then I have much better hole saws for this than I did last time. I got some metal cutting saws, a 2-inch, a 7/8 inch, and the 7/8 inch, let me show you this, is the size of the knockout hole. So that's the same size as this. So once I have the hole in here, I can put a wire clamp, this right here, through both holes, and that's going to hold my Romex. Alright, and then that last one for the grommet, that is just a 3/8 inch hole. So let's get some stuff under there and try out these new bits. Alright, I'm having a lot of problems with this camera. It keeps shutting off, and I have to take the batteries into the house to get them charged because it's too cold out here. Hard to talk as well. Alright, I got everything. This is mounted. I have my grommet in place, my hole for the propane, and when I went to lay out the bracket, the center line of the holes comes to right there, which puts the bracket right on top of this rib. It ends up like right there. Can't do that, so I'm going to move the bracket to right here, which brings me right to the edge of my support there. So all I really need to do is add a 2x4 to this side of it, and that'll be just fine. Everything is adjustable on top of the furnace, so that's not a big deal. So this is exactly where it's going to go. This is the right distance from the wall, and this will be the new center line right here. So I'm going to finish drawing out this center line so I can drill my holes. I'm not going to drill the holes till I get it up there. and I'm not going to do any of that stuff till tomorrow. I am freezing my butt off out here, and my feet are frozen solid as a rock. Tomorrow is going to be colder than today, so who knows how much work I'll be able to get done tomorrow. But I'm going to try to get this screwed onto that side of that mount there and get all of my depth gauges stapled into place. That's going to take a while, but with any luck, I'll be able to get this panel up as well. I have to have, like I said, I have to have those stapled into place over the top here before I put this panel up. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to get them in place. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today. So, if you want to see that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.